What's up, y'all? This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman coming back at you. Just chilling. Was looking at some stuff, going over some paperwork, and a video popped up. And I thought I'll just pop on here real quick and talk to y'all. Now, we know that 2024 is the year of exposure. We keep saying that, right? But I never thought in a million years that it would be this bad. I never thought in a million years it would get this bad. I'm starting to get mad. I'm just going to be honest. I'm really starting to get mad. You know why I'm starting to get mad? Because I'm realizing that we failed. Well, our parents and elders failed a lot of young folks. When I look at Hollywood, y'all, I see sadness, and it's making me mad. I don't know if y'all remember Quindon. Is it Trevor? He used to be running around with Chris Stokes. He was an artist of Chris Stokes. He was with Immature most of the time, and then B2K came along. Well, because I don't follow Hollywood no more, the stuff that go on in Hollywood, till I got on YouTube, I didn't know all the stuff that was going on. I didn't know the boy had died, or the man. And I'm going to tell y'all a little bit what's going on if y'all haven't been watching. Allegedly, back in 2008, Raz B from the group B2K came out and said that Chris Stokes SA'd him. He took his innocence. And everybody went against him. His group was saying he was lying, but he had details. And what I know, a young man's not gonna come out and say that somebody forced him into SA, making that up, because it makes him look bad to the world. For someone to come out and say that, trust me, it's some truth to it. So he fell out with the group B2K because they was on they was invited to a show, and I can't believe J Boog came out with a shirt on saying, "I don't feel safe," because that's what Raz B kept saying in his video. I don't feel safe. So he was being funny, and he wore a shirt said, "I don't feel safe," and they made a mockery out of him coming out, telling the world that Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston from Immature. Y'all remember Marcus, Batman? And this is for all the elders who probably don't know who I'm talking about. Do y'all remember the movie, the kid and play in it? God, I can't remember nothing. The movie Kid and Play, House Party. And they had the three little boys, and Bernie Mac was their uncle. That's Immature. Marcus Houston was the dark-skinned one with the big mouth, hustling Chris Tucker. He had the things on his hat. That's Marcus Houston. Marcus Houston was also in You Got Served. He was Elgin in You Got Served with the group B2K. I am so disappointed in Marcus Houston. I don't know what to do. Before I actually put a story out or I say something about it, I meditate on it, I pray on it, because I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. And it's allegedly, but in my spirit, I know they did it. They did it. Okay. Quindon Trevor was born in August 4th in 82. He was a singer, R&B singer. Chris Stokes picked him up. He liked his music. So he would travel the world with Chris Stokes and Immature. Well, one day in 2008, just before Raz B came out, Quindon called Raz B on the phone. He's a little older than Raz B. They were talking. I couldn't play the video, but it's all over the internet right now. One of the main persons that got this video, if y'all want to hear it, is Make It Make Sense. He's a big YouTuber. He's called Make It Make Sense. And he have the audio, the video of the conversation, and it's gruesome, man. Y'all need to go over there and hear it when I get off here. I could not take his content, and I did not want to go look for it because I don't even... after hearing what he had, it just blew me away. So make it make sense. When y'all get off here, go on his channel and you can hear the whole audio of their conversation. He was telling Raz B that Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes took him up in Chris Stokes' room and made him have sex with Marcus. He was pretty much saying it hurt it so bad, I was bleeding. He was describing it. So Raz B started describing the room. So Quindon said, how do you know about the room? He said, because I went through the same thing you went through. He said, but bro, you younger than me. He said, they did the same thing to me. He said, Chris Stokes groomed Marcus Houston. And Marcus Houston brings him young boys to sleep with. And then he makes them take showers and he gets off. Just like what Diddy doing. Now, what bothers me is why Chris Stokes never been arrested. But y'all ain't heard nothing yet. Chris Stokes' wife name is it, what is her name? Maya? Monier, I think, Stokes. She just came out, y'all. I think today. She's been married to this man over 17 years, have 3 children by him. This is also on Make It Make Sense page, her whole statement. His wife of 17 years finally said she had enough. She's been married to a predator for years. She said she knows for a fact that he has been SAing several boys. And she's pretty much been a fool living with it. She just never wanted to believe it. She just never wanted to give up her husband. Now, she knew these groups because she was like a scout. She knew these groups for a long time. And she know what her husband been doing to them. They've been coming to her, and she's been allowing it. See, that's why I said right now why I'm pissed off, because these children was going to these grown folks for help, and nobody was helping them. She was too busy worried about keeping her husband. Now, years later, when these boys are grown, messed up in the head, now you want to tell the truth. This is what pissed me up, but y'all ain't even heard the half of it yet. Once Quindon started speaking out, Chris Stokes went to the record label that they were under and blackballed them. He's not holding notes no more. He ain't singing like he used to. He ain't producing music like he used to. I want to fire him. So they fired him. He went back home. He was a teenager. He felt like his whole life was over because his music was his life. That's all he thought about. Could you imagine being big and famous, traveling the world? It happened to Bobby Brown. That's why I think Bobby got on drugs. But thank God Bobby got over that. You go back home to where you started from, and everybody laughing at you. You not famous no more. So he started using drugs. He tried to kill himself. He called his mother. What year was that? In 2016, I believe. He called his mom on the phone and said he wanted to die. And she knew his location. He had took a lot of pills and alcohol. And she got there just in time, and he ended up on life support. All this time, his mother did not know. It wasn't just the music. He was dealing with the demons of being S.A.'d. Ard. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Somebody taking his body. So he finally told his mother, and she just couldn't believe it. She like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But you know what I blame his mother for? Chris Stokes told her that he had allegations against him for other little boys that was false. And she still sent her son with him on the road. He told her, you're going to hear some stuff there as far as allegations. I'm about my business. And the mama went on and believed him because she wanted her son to be famous that bad. And sent her son with a guy that was accused of SA. What is wrong with these parents, man? Let me tell you why I'm pissed off, y'all. After Prince died, the young man did a tribute when doves cry. And he had a standing ovation. Everybody loved him. And that picked up his spirit, so he felt like he had hope to sing because everybody loved him. So he started selling insurance. He opened a catering business. He got back into music. He was feeling good about himself. Everything was coming back together. I think record labels was reaching out to him. Chris Stokes didn't like that. (2021). He was in Dallas, Texas. I got notes here, y'all, because it just bothers me. He was in Dallas, Texas. Do y'all know where I don't know, it's some wall in Dallas, Texas. He was driving in Dallas, Texas, and something happened to his car. He hit this wall and he died. Now, to me, it's awfully ironic that these people who have allegations against these directors and producers, they always end up dead. The one that had allegations against T.D. Jakes at his church before the Potter House, he ended up dead. The one who did Cassie's surgery that could testify against Diddy, he went off a cliff texting. Kim Porter, who had all the information about a lot of things, she ended up dead. Andre Harrell ended up dead. Biggie Small ended up dead. Tupac ended up dead. All these people ended up dead. Al B. Sure almost died. Because Kim Porter told him before she died that she knew a lot that she needed to tell the feds. He knew that Kim talked to Al B. Sure, so Al B. Sure almost died. Jamie Foxx was the one walking around with the video recorder before he was big time Jamie at the freak-offs. So he got a lot of footage somewhere. Jamie almost died. Y'all go tell me Hollywood ain't killing people. These folks ain't killing folks. Quindon was only 41 years old, I believe. And y'all gonna tell me Chris Stokes didn't know nothing what happened to his car, just mysteriously he just ran off the road into a wall. Right when he was coming back with his career. After Chris Stokes blackballed him. Nobody ever said nothing about Raz B coming out, surviving Chris Stokes. But it was when it came to the females, this is what I be saying. It's foul, man. When it comes to women, everybody jump on board. When men, that's just a man. When I did the story about Mary J and Danny Boy, people made so many excuses for Mary. Well, you know how young men are. They try to be grown. They want to stay with older women. No, he was taken advantage of at 16 by a grown woman. And y'all didn't think nothing of it, but R. Kelly and Aaliyah was the big news. It was different for R. Kelly and Aaliyah, but Mary J and Danny Boy, it was different because he's a boy. You know boys are mannish. When y'all hear that message, y'all must go on Make It Make Sense. That's the name of his channel. And listen to that conversation, man. My mouth was on the floor. I almost cried. Because these two boys was on the phone talking about how Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston molested them. In detail, saying how they were bleeding, how it hurted. And Quindon didn't even know that Raz B was recording him. So it wasn't a make-believe. It wasn't for the internet. They was just talking as friends. And he had to get it because nobody was believing him. So he was like, I got to get him talking because nobody believed me. Now he's saying the same thing I said. So now I have a little backup. They described Chris Stokes' bedroom all the way down to the piggy bank next to the bed. The bed was wood. Where his wife was at the time, I don't know. But Raz B said that he know for a fact that the other members in B2K went through the same thing and they're not talking. I think because they're a little bit embarrassed. You know, they pretty boys. You know, they was the next new addition. If we tell everybody that we had been forced into that, what would the girls think? What would the women think? They gonna think we G. They gonna think we ain't right. They gonna talk about us. So we gonna take this to our grave. But Raz B said they all went through it. This is Chris Stokes' MO. Now his wife saying she know for a fact that he was doing this to these boys. They better go pick his ass up. I mean it. I'm just, it just makes me sick to my stomach that these grown ass men did this to these kids. Oh, I forgot a part. Quindon ended up gay. Ain't that something how all these famous stars, males end up G? Usher, supposed to be that way. Orlando Brown. And see, you know what cracking me up? The one that's quiet, that's behind all this shit. The one that kicks stuff off. The whiz of the pedophiles. The whiz of the pedophiles. Ain't nobody talking about him. The only one mentioned him and didn't have no shame to his game and told the world and didn't bite his tongue was Tupac. Quincy Jones. Y'all see how quiet Quincy is? Oh yeah, he about 90. But Quincy got to pay the piper before he leave here. He done turned out a lot of young boys, even Will Smith. Quincy Jones then did everything under the sun. He the one got all these black men, yuck, doing this to each other. What's wrong with these people? It's one, like Quindon said. The lady asked him when she was interviewing him, she said, do you think Chris Stokes made you turn that way? He said, no, I always felt like I was going to be gay. He said, but the problem is I wasn't ready to come out with it. I was a virgin. I hadn't slept with nobody, but I had them feelings, and they forced me into it. He said, that's the problem. He said, I knew what I was going to be, but I wasn't ready to be it, and they took it from me. Marcus Houston needs to go to jail. Let me tell you about Marcus Houston's stinking ass. I'm so pissed off. I thought he was the cutest thing and immature and so sweet. This Negro is a rapist. I'm just going to say a rapist, allegedly, but he is. Marcus Houston married a damn 19-year-old girl, and he was 41 years old. He's 42 right now, or 43, and she's 23. Her name is Maya. He met Maya when she was 17. This Negro was 38, 39, and she was 17. He claimed he met her at 17, but someone said that no, he'd been knowing her, she was 15 years old, been sleeping with her, she was 15. He just didn't want to put that out there. Then I see every time I R. Kelly, this nigga is married to her right now and have a baby by her. The girl is only 23. She ain't even 25 years old, and this Negro is in his 40s. You know why Marcus Houston married that baby? Because people that's mentally messed up like that, they know a woman they age, they can't do that okey doke shit around. They can't tell them fabricated lies, because a seasoned woman go read right through that. So you get a woman that don't know nothing. She a baby. I can mold her. She don't really know my history. She too young to know about B2K and immature and all the shit she heard. She don't know who Chris Stokes is. Let me get somebody that's a kid. She like NBA YoungBoy. She don't know nothing about what we went through, so I'm going to get her and I'm going to mold her. He met this baby at 17. Even at 17, Marcus, really? You 40-some years old. You married a 17-year-old kid. Lock his ass up, man. For real, lock his ass up. I had to say this video because I am really pissed off that these young men had to get their innocence taken. I mean, ladies, for real, take a moment to think. When you was a virgin, the little pain you went through from the first beginning, I'm praying that nobody took it from you, but just think when you was a virgin. We're made to open up. Men are not made to open up. So just think about all the tears and rips and blood. I want y'all to really think about it. I know I sound gruesome, but I want people to really think what these people did to these boys. Could you imagine the pain? The pain probably was so horrible that you pass out. Just can't take it. They just pass out. Wonder where they mama at. And Quindon said he never told his mother when he was on the road because he wanted to be famous so bad that he knew his mother would make him come home if she knew. He knew everything would be over if he told, and Chris Stokes told him that. If you tell anybody, your career over. So as soon as he found out he was telling people, his career was over. Chris Stokes went to the record label and said, oh, I don't like the way he's singing no more. He ain't doing right. And nobody thought nothing of it. Marcus Houston around here all over the internet showing pictures of him and his little girlfriend. That's what she is, a little girl. His wife. How she know how to be a wife when she wasn't even a woman? You know what I'm saying? How she fit to be your wife, sir, when she ain't even a woman yet? You know why? Because he like little kids. He like boys. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly so I won't get in trouble. But it's coming out. It's all over the internet. Every YouTuber has it. I just don't have the audio and I don't want it. Some stuff I just can't touch, man. It's just demonic to me. It's just, ugh. I just can't. But go on Make It Make Sense or Tisha Tales. They all got it. And it's going to blow your damn mind when y'all hear them two young men conversating in detail what Marcus Houston did. And he said it hurt it so bad. I said, oh, my God. That's just sickening to me. And I think Marcus Houston and Quindon, they the same age. So he made two little teenagers. He made Quindon lay down and let the other teenage boy his age take advantage of him. And then he made them take showers together and he can watch and he got off. Does that sound like Diddy? Is this something in the water in Hollywood that's making all these people horny for the same sex? They don't even like the little girls. I ain't heard the little girls going through nothing. They messing with the boys. But this is the year of exposure. We only in what, January the 20th? 20 days into the year. And look how many people that came. It's so many stories to do, y'all. I can do a story after I hang this up and another story and another. I got stories to do all week long. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do a story about Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant. They just exposed Sarah Jakes as being a false prophet. I mean, all this stuff is coming out, and they broke it down. Yeah, she has been doing false teaching. Sarah Jakes been doing motivational speaking. She been taking scriptures out the Bible and making it into a motivational speak that have nothing to do with scripture. And the lady broke it out and proved it, and I was blown away. I said, look at God. Oh, my goodness. And women out there crying. What she did is played on the weak women that's going through something. And she had tried to act like the scripture got something to do with what they're going through. So all these women crying and giving money, woman out, thou lose. All this fake mess is coming out. Do me a favor, y'all. Cause I know a lot of y'all going to church tomorrow. I don't go back to the church no more till no. When your pastor start reading tomorrow out the scripture, because they start off reading, keep your book open. Follow along with scripture and see if he's staying on scripture. And if he's not, after church, you need to call him out. Some people stand up in the middle of church. Y'all need to start calling these false prophets out. You need to start calling them on their mess. Because they teaching the world this, and the world is so corrupt as it is. It's sad because it's like, what is wrong with our people? Why would you do that to your little brother, Chris? Marcus, why would you do that to your brother, man? You wanted to be famous that bad, Marcus, that you asleep with your brother, man? Because Chris told you to? Both of y'all should have just ran. See, this is what y'all got to get out y'all heads, that money is not everything. Y'all got to let y'all kids know it ain't that important to be famous. If your kids into entertainment, basketball or whatever, you need to sit down and tell your child, I don't care what you getting paid. I don't care what you're doing. Let me say this. If anybody touch you, you need to let me know. It is not that serious to make it to the NBA. It's not that serious to be famous. Your body is your temple. I know a girl I was working with, y'all. And I'm going to let y'all go because I'm really getting full. This is making me so mad. She fought tooth and nails to get her daughter in this college, right? I think it was South Carolina, one of them nice schools. She fought tooth and nails to get her daughter in this college. Her daughter ended up with a scholarship to play basketball for girls. She showed me pictures of her daughter graduation. That's why I said, be careful sending y'all kids off to these colleges because y'all think that's the life. Oh, going to college. Okay. Girl, beautiful. She had a banging dress on, cute boyfriend. She had the jewelry on. Girly girl. So cute. She goes to school. I see her mother about a year later. We wasn't working together no more. And I asked, how your daughter doing? She said, my daughter. I said, yeah, the pretty one. She had 2 boys and 1 girl. She said, I got 3 sons now. What? What are you talking about? She showed me the picture of her daughter. She got to college and got turned out by the basketball team. Now she's a boy. She didn't cut her hair off. She butchy. She loved basketball. She got a girlfriend. She left here a cute girly girl with a boyfriend that wanted to marry her. She went to college and got turned out. She told her mama. It was like an initiation. They all was sleeping together. All the girls, she fought and fought like, I ain't gonna do what I ain't gonna do. And one day she did it. And she liked it. When her mother went up there, she was a boy. Her mother said, I don't really deal with her no more. She said, I'm so disappointed. I feel like I failed. She said, I go visit her real short and brief, give her a little money, and I leave. She said, our relationship is over. I can't do that. She said, I'm just pissed that she was that weak. Y'all send y'all kids off to these schools. Y'all send them off to charm school. You send them to the military. You send them to Hollywood, and they turning your kids out. They turning your kids out. Now I see why my mother said no spending the night. I couldn't spend a night nowhere. I couldn't do nothing. My mother had a tight grip on us. We could have friends come over where she can watch us, but we couldn't go off nowhere. Little girls couldn't sit on me in laps. It was just certain things that them old folks did for a reason. Them old people didn't play that shit. Cousins couldn't sleep in the room with the girls. And we used to be like, we all cousins, because we didn't realize cousins and uncles, them the ones that touch you. But them old folks knew that because they had been touched. So, oh, no, the boys but not. The girls go upstairs, the boys go downstairs. They didn't even want us on the same floor. I'm like, they're our cousins. You don't understand, baby. Your cousins are the main ones that touch you. It's sad, but it's true, man. Talk to y'all kids. I'm mad because I have 2 sons and I have a grandson. And it's really, really pissing me off to think if somebody did that to one of mine. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. Somebody will die. You take my son innocence. Somebody gotta go. You pervert. Now I'm pissed. They better have Chris Stokes arrested by Monday, because his wife's saying he did it now. Raz B been saying it for years. Quindon is dead. He been saying it. He's dead. They need to pick his ass up. Marcus Houston, with your little happy life, with your little bitty ass young wife, pick his ass up. He did that shit. That boy didn't sit there and make up that shit in detail saying what Marcus Houston did to him and made him bleed. Who just go make that shit up? Marcus Houston, you know you did that to Quindon. Y'all going to jail. I swear they better go to jail. But this is your girl, Nina, from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I'm so pissed, y'all. Because I remember Raz B coming out years ago stating that this happened to him, and everybody laughed at him. They laughed at him. They said he was mad because he wasn't making money in B2K no more. He was like, this don't have nothing to do with money. And ever since then, Raz B been getting in trouble. He in jail right now. He been getting in trouble. He's rebelling. He's crying out because nobody is listening. Could you imagine somebody doing that to you and nobody believe you because you a male? Everybody laughing at you, calling you G, man, you a fag. You know, they saying all kind of stuff to him because they don't believe boys. Guess who else went through that? Tevin Campbell. Yeah, he that way too. Look at how many boys went to Hollywood and they came out gay. They went as cute little boys and they came out that way. Dealing with grown men. Now I hear that the group Crisscross went through some stuff with Jermaine Dupri. He another one supposed to be coming out. Janet. You may be surprised, Janet, who you land with. Because they showed naming him. Jay-Z naming him. I really think R. Kelly's sitting there at the feds looking like old boy on Dead Presidents. You know, the preacher on Dead Presidents, when he was sitting there writing a statement. I bet that's R. Kelly. He's sitting there writing a statement. He behind all this. He telling on everybody. He probably like, oh, y'all think I'm playing? Because they said Jay-Z allegedly been sleeping with Diddy. Now, everybody can't be lying, man. It's some truth to this. Fabulous sleeping with Diddy. And 50 Cent determined to bring out the truth. Y'all know how he is. He petty as hell. He gonna find out everything. He gonna find out why Oprah's feet is crooked. 50 Cent is stupid. He gonna find it out. But I'm mad as hell, y'all. Read some of y'all comments, man, because I know this shit is ridiculous. Let me read some of y'all comments. Piss me off. Could y'all get my likes up? I got 278 people in the house. And I only got 64 likes. You know, a lot of channels, they ask for super chats and donations because they keep our channel going. And it help our channel with donations. If you got, Miss Lorraine, thank you for being a mod. Miss Lorraine got my back on my channel. And I want to make, what's her name? The other girl, I can't think of her name. Y'all know I don't know why my memory is so bad. I don't smoke weed, I don't drink or nothing. I'm just getting old, I guess. But I want to make a couple other people mods on my channel to help her out. But I appreciate you, Mr. Rain. She got my back. Y'all see the tool on there? That means she go kick your ass out if you act a fool on my channel. So Mr. Rain got my back, and I love her for that. I want Charmaine, and I know Antoinette be busy. And what's her name? The one you accidentally kicked out today, Mr. Rain. What's her name? I want you three to do it for me. because y'all about that business. Y'all ain't playing. They got my back. Oh, let me read some of these comments. Thank you, Miss Lorraine. Thank you so much for just being my friend and always looking out for me. Well, oh, this is what I was saying. A lot of channels ask for donations. I appreciate donations. Don't get me wrong. And Miss Lorraine always giving me donations. Charmaine, give me donations. Tonette, a lot of other people, several of you have gave donations, and I greatly appreciate it. And they go to a good cause. But I don't ask for your money because I know it's hard out here. All I ask for is your likes. If you can at least push that thumb up, would be enough for me. If you want to give, that's fine. I have a Cash App. I have Super Chats. You can give any way you want. But I just prefer you just push that like button, that thumbs up, and just support. That's how you support my channel. There's a lot of people that still watch me and not subscribe. I'm asking you to subscribe. I mean, you watch me on a daily basis, but you don't want to be courteous enough to help my channel by subscribing and pushing the button. I don't understand it. Like, I'm still talking. There's 247 people in the house, and only 88 people didn't push the like button. I don't get it, but it's okay. God got me. Keep it 100. Say, hey, Nina, Chicago in the building. Hey, Chicago. I heard it's about to be a storm in Chicago. Oh, it's bad. It's getting cold. Leon said it's like 14 degrees. Diana, hey, girly. Hey, what's up, Yvette? Mama Joni in the house. Yes, I remember that. She remembered about Chris Stokes. Yeah, this stuff is deep. Keisha, hey. Ramona, hey. Yvette, good evening. Margaret. She's a member. It's highlighted in green. Hey, Miss Margaret. I love you all. Marva. Hey there, beautiful lady. How you doing? Gwen. I saw Make It Make Sense cover that. Did you hear that, Gwen? Did you hear the conversation? See, Gwen said she heard it. I'm telling y'all, go over there. And when y'all go over there, show my boy some love, okay? That's my fellow brother. Like his and subscribe to his channel. He have very good content. I'm following behind they lead. I'm new on the block. Ruby, Julie, hello, Gwen. Yay. Goldie. That's what I was trying to say. Goldie. Goldie, I need to make Goldie a mod. And Charmaine. Yeah, so y'all can have my back. I'm praying my channel grow that fast that I need several of you on the job. The whole conversation was sick. Yes. It was, I had to cut it off. We're talking about Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston SAing B2K and Quindon Trevor, who is now no longer with us. He's gone from a tragic accident, ironically. He's from the state of Texas. Just Quindon is. He was, rather. The industry is a wreck. I don't know who would want to be in Hollywood for real. Who would want to go to Hollywood, how bad Hollywood is? I just can't imagine somebody trying to get in Hollywood. Y'all, people that's trying to go to Hollywood remind me of the fire department running in a burning building. Everybody running out and you running in. You running in the fire with the fire department. He trying to put out the fire. You running in there because you want to be part of the fire. It don't make sense to me. Everybody else running out. I mean, that's why I say I don't know why Taraji cried to stay in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what it is. Hey, Kimberly. L'Orealist. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hey, how are you? Francisco, sick to my stomach hearing this. It's sickening. My gosh, outrageous. This stuff is horrible, man. Yeah, that's where he died. He died on the President George Bush turnpike. Exactly. Is that like a sharp turn? Because they said he hit a wall. What did you hear about it, Gwen? Because you from Dallas. What did you hear about it? Did they think it was an accident, or was it something that happened to his car intentionally? Dang, that's crazy. Just tune in. I miss live. You're looking good in that red hat. This is my son hat. I ain't took it off yet. Karen. Hey, Nina. Hi, Karen. Thank you for telling people to like my videos. I appreciate you, love. Gwen. Yes, they did. Crystal. Wow. So sad. Diego. The King. Okay. Says she a big fan of my video. Thank you. Peacock. What's your name? Diogo Peacock. I know I'm saying people's names wrong. Miss Ruby Sparkle. Good evening, sis. Just keep on going, doing what you're doing. Keeping it real. Much love. Thank you, Sparkle. I thank you all. I think I got all your names so far. Verbal. Thank you, thank you. Quincy Jones got the biggest claws. Yeah, Quincy is horrible, man. He got the biggest skeletons. You right. And he gonna be next. I hope he go to the same jail cell they just put Bill Cosby out of. Get him Bill's bed. He should have been in there way before Bill. Stuffy nose Marcus. He always talking like his nose is stuffed. He just a ugh. Oh my God, I just can't stand it. That's right. Here, Jacob, real, help me, man. Tablet. Sharonda, hi. I will answer y'all questions. Kim, hi. Tree, hi. I'll get back with all of you shortly. I ain't gonna keep everybody held up reading all these comments. I just wanted to put y'all up to date on what's going on now. Chris Stokes should have been in jail a long time ago. If they would lock that man up a long time ago, we wouldn't be here today. You know, his wife finally talking. I'm mad because she waited all these years to talk. You know, it's people that would actually sleep with pedophiles. It's people that would actually stay with someone and touch their daughters. It's women that would do all this and they say they a victim, but they actually was stupid. I made the video earlier. That's stupidity. You thinking about yourself in the flesh. You ain't thinking about nobody else around you. Now, if you knew he was doing this to these boys, ma'am, Miss Stokes, why are you just not saying something? These men grown now. Quindon didn't even get the satisfaction of his predator being punished. He's dead. He's dead. What a sad life. Little boy went to Hollywood, got his dream chopped down, had to go back home to get talked about, tried to overdose, end up G, like in men. Then he finally got back his life back in 2006 through Prince songs, with Doves Cry, or Purple Rain, one of them songs he sung, and it brought him back on the map. He opened his business. He was feeling good about himself. He was about to go back out to Hollywood and start singing again. And boom, he hit a wall in Dallas and died. What a sad life. What a sad, didn't have no children, no legacy, nothing. The only thing he left behind is his mama. And Chris Stokes them walking around here like they didn't do nothing. Marcus Houston married to a kid like he ain't do nothing. They need to talk to the members of Immature and B2K. They still ain't talking. Omarion them is not talking. But you know what? If he did not touch Omarion and J Boog, you know why? Because those are his cousins. Omarion and J Boog and B2K is Marcus Houston cousins. So that'd be why he didn't touch them. Okay? They used to say Omarion was his brother, but I heard they his cousins. They related somehow. And before I go, I want to say something that's going to piss everybody off, but I'm going to say it. I'm about to say it. You know somebody... Oh, I want to say this too. The one that played Eddie Winslow, I think his name Darren. You know, he had a little clipping. Yes, the other day he said every young boy in Hollywood been touched one way or the other, and he's bi. He's about to marry a trans man. Eddie Winslow. This shit is. Eddie Murphy was caught with a trainee. Do you remember Teddy Pendergrass? Do you know why he in a wheelchair? Do anybody know why Teddy Pendergrass in a wheelchair? He's dead now, but ain't he's dead? Yeah. Do you know why he was in a wheelchair? He was with a man giving him oral sex while he was driving, and he was getting pleasure so good that he forgot he was driving and ran off the road. The man died right there in his lap, and he was paralyzed. And this man had a wife. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know that's why Teddy Pendergrass was paralyzed. Being pleasured by a man. You know the rumor about Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill, allegedly. Remember Eddie Murphy married Tracy Edmonds? Babyface ex-wife. They went off to the Bahamas somewhere and got married. It was a big old beautiful wedding. You know how long they stayed together? I think a week or two. She wanted to divorce him that day. Guess what? Guess why? Allegedly. She walked in the room after her wedding and seen him kissing Johnny Gill. Allegedly. Him and Johnny are lovers. Johnny know that. They always like this. Johnny and Eddie. But that was her story. That she caught him with Johnny Gill. And she divorced Eddie in like 2 weeks. And then she ended up with Deion Sanders. And her and Deion just broke up after 14 years or whatever. They never got married, but she finally broke up with him. Yeah. It's some sick folks in Hollywood. Ladies, we ain't got nothing coming. They don't want us. Then these brothers don't want us. Y'all worried about the girl with the BBL. No, you need to worry about that brother that's slanging and swanging. You don't need to worry about the BBL girls no more. You need to be worried about Dane, the dude with the two ball sacks in the back. They want that. Y'all happy because he hanging around with his boys and they could be having orgies with their boys. That's who you need to be worried about. The ones they be over there all night long playing a video game. The one they going on golf trips with. You need to worry, the one on the bowling team. You need to worry about him. You don't need to be worried about the BBLs no more. Them ain't your worries. They want somebody to just look just like them. And in the Bible, it states, before the end of time, people will be lovers of themselves. Do y'all know what that means, lovers of yourself? That means you're going to fall in love with somebody that's just like you. It's more lovers of themselves walking around here than the opposite sex. Everybody just said God has made a big mistake. God was wrong all the way down the map. He was wrong. All these people was right. God was wrong. Look at all these people say God was wrong. All these people say God made mistakes. We gonna do it our way. And I'm like, go ahead, have fun. I'm gonna just stand over here because when that lightning come down, I want to be over here. I don't play with God. No, not Nina. I don't play with God. I don't know about you, but I don't. But each his own. Do what you do. They don't want us no more, ladies. If you got a man, look for the butter. Get a magnifying glass. What's that brown stuff right there? Do the smell test. What's that? I'm telling you. Y'all better quit putting your mouth on folks. Y'all better got a bacterial infection in your mouth. You better leave them brothers' peace alone. I'm just being real. This shit is crazy. They said you remember Tyler Perry made that movie with Janet Jackson and her husband was G in the movie? Because the whole time he was talking about himself. Tyler Perry was talking about himself. The dude was looking at dudes with Janet, and Janet would catch him. And she knew it, but she didn't want to see it. He looking at a dude, giving him dudes eye contact. He wasn't looking at the girls. But this is what I was going to say, y'all, about to make y'all mad. Who all was Michael Jackson fans? I was the biggest Michael Jackson fan until Ralph Tresvant came along, a new edition. I loved Michael. I had Michael all over the ceiling and my wall. He was my wallpaper in my room when I was a teenager. I drove my siblings crazy. I'm the baby. I drove them crazy. I had Michael Jackson even in the hallway by the bathroom. They like, Mama, make her take him down. I loved Michael. Michael couldn't do no wrong. When Michael burnt his hair in that commercial, me and my girl Laquan called the hospital he was at, like, please let us talk to Michael. They thought we was crazy. That's how much I loved Michael. So when I say this, I don't say this with no malice in my heart. I'm just saying it on facts. Michael had no reason having them little boys at his house. Now I'm starting to think twice. Why did Michael have them little boys at his house? Now I see everything that's going on in the world. What was them little boys doing at Michael Jackson house spending the night with a grown-ass man? Why is these little boys having a sleepover with a grown-ass man? Come on, man. I don't care if it is Michael Jackson. Them kids had no right being at that grown man house, and he wasn't their uncle, cousin, friend. He was just a big-ass kid that had money, and everybody, oh, let the kids go to Michael's house. How that look, a grown man running around with all these little kids riding on roller coasters? Now, that's something Steve Harvey did say that made sense. He said he picked Michael up for church. Michael had on a crazy suit for one. He said, no, you changing. And he said something about the little friends. And he said, Michael, I don't have little friends. I don't have 8-year-old friends. Why do you, Michael? You too old to have 8-year-old friends. This is why Michael Jackson ended up in court twice. Grown men don't run around with little kids having sleepovers, Michael, in pajamas, playing peekaboo. No. And because we loved him as Michael Jackson, everybody thought he was normal. That shit wasn't normal. Even though he probably was just innocent, it was a kid, but Michael should have been put in a nut house, for real. They should have locked Michael up and got him some help because Michael lost it. He thought he was still 6. How can a grown-ass man, 50 years old, think he's 6? His mom and them should have been getting him some help. And we thinking, we love Michael. We just as dumb as they are. And you ask yourself this, why wasn't no little black kids spending the night at Michael's house? You know why? Because little black kids telling. Mr. Jackson, I'm telling my grandma. My grandmama told me, don't nobody touch this. That's nasty, Mr. Jackson. I don't take baths with grown me and Mr. Jackson. And what Mike Hemp said, another reason he didn't have black kids at his house, because they would have stole Bubbles and the giraffe and stuff, and the old lady in the neighborhood with the house coat nosy. What is that? I got this for Michael Jackson and them house. He said they would have stolen all Michael's shit. Black kids ain't, they telling. They going to school. Michael Jackson tried to touch my butt when I was sleeping in the bed and I slapped him. You don't look, black kids ain't playing. They too damn bad. You can probably fool Peter, but you ain't fooling Junior. Junior, like I'm telling. Miss Jackson, Michael in here messing with people, pulling their pants down. That ain't funny, though. It ain't funny. But I just always wonder why little black kids did not spend the night at Michael Jackson's house. Can anybody answer that for me? He didn't deal with black kids. He used to go to the hospitals, y'all, and give to the white kids. Y'all never paid attention to that. Somebody called it out. It's a video. You might can Google it. It was a bunch of white kids and black kids, and the black kids were hollering at Michael. He looked right over the black kids. He grabbed some little white kids and put them on a table and was all into the white kid and ignored the black kids. And we gave him our money and was his biggest fan. And never paid attention that he didn't want to be black. He didn't even like being black. I think we all kind of messed up because we overlooked a whole lot of shit, man. We overlooked a lot. When you really look back, just look back at the 80s and 90s. When we look back, man, it was some sick ass shit. We was just overlooking stuff. Pray that Raz B get justice, because he the only one came out on. I don't know. It might be some other victims, because Chris Stokes' wife said it's others. Pray that we get Quindon justice from the grave. I pray that we can rest his soul. Let him get justice. Lord, pick up Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston and let that man rest, because they took that boy innocence and they got to pay for that. They have to pay. If his mother don't do anything else, she should make sure them 2 Negroes go to jail. She need to call Chris Stokes' wife right now and say, hey, I need you to go down to the detective unit with me. We got to at least get my son that and his death. No, they got to go to jail for that. Tell R. Kelly to move over, because here they come. This your girl, Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. If you know anybody touching anybody, kids, any suspects, any rumors, turn their ass in, because this shit is getting out of hand. I'll talk to y'all later. Good night, Miss Lorraine. Thank you for always having my back. Love you. Talk to y'all later. Good night.